Hi guys, Colleen here. Today we're going to tackle one of my least favorite landscaping jobs, weed whacking, and we're also going to go ahead and mow the lawn. Don't mind mowing the lawn too much. But anyway, we'll check back with you in just a few. Alright, here's a look at the weed whacker we'll be using today. It's an electric one, it's very light, that's why I like to use it. It extends 12 inches and it's battery powered. It uses this 20 volt maximum lithium battery. It's a Works brand. It wasn't really expensive at all, but it does get the job done. The only thing bad I have to say about it is the battery doesn't last long, so in order to do the entire property, I have to charge the battery 5 or 6 times, which is a real pain in the behind. So most of the time I'll weed whack a little bit and then leave the really heavy brush for Cerebral Killer to take care of when he gets home with the gas-powered weed whackers. Now operating this one is actually pretty easy. You have to push the handle in, push this little button, pull the handle up, and then push the button. There you go. Well, I didn't get very far, which brings me to one of the other things I don't like about this weed whacker. The line is constantly breaking, and it is one of the tasks that I really abhor. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put some more line in and then finish weed whacking the rest of the areas around the flower boxes. At least I hope so. Hi guys, as you can see, I didn't get too far. As I predicted, the weed whacker battery died, and plus it started to storm. We have some thunder and lightning starting, so I have to go ahead and call it quits and go on inside for the day, and we'll just finish up our yard work later. But this will give you a quick overview of what part of the garden looks like. Oh wow, look at that. We ended up growing grass in the bird feeder. That's funny. And something else is in there too. Looks like a flower. Sunflower maybe. Too crazy. So guys, welcome back to the channel. Colleen here. I'm doing my normal sweep of the property. I do this every morning. We have a little over an acre here, and I like to walk around and double check to make sure that nothing is amiss and see what needs to be done with the garden. Now I know it's really overgrown right now. We've had a lot of rain here in southeast Georgia, and it has been very hard to get outside and do much of anything for very long. Case in point, Cerebral Killer got to mow last night, at least part of the yard, and then it rained again, so he didn't get to finish, and he also didn't get to help with the weed whacking, and the weed whacking that I did last week is basically all overgrown again. Here's a look at our sunflower patch and little bird fountain. And if you can see these, they're missing all the tops because we have a deer that's been visiting and nibbling on Trinity's sunflowers, which is both a good and bad thing. Bad that they're eating our sunflowers, but nice to have wildlife visiting the yard. It's one of the other bird feeders, and I want to see if we're growing plants in this one. Yep, a little bit. Anyways, take a look at the garden. The mimosa tree is fine. Little shade flowers are fine. I do have to feed the bird bath, or fill the bird bath, excuse me, and give Miracle-Gro to the plants. But right now with all this rain, they haven't had any problem in growing. Way back there by the fence is our grapevine. I don't know if you can see it from here. In that back corner is an area of wild berries that we have growing. That is a Japanese magnolia, a mimosa, lemon, and over here is the melon patch and tomato patch. There's cantaloupe, watermelon, and some tomatoes, as you can see. They're starting. We've Got more tomatoes, various squash, corn, and pumpkins, and cucumbers still growing over there. Blueberry bush. Hear the critters out in the woods. The blueberry bush is pretty much picked dry. This one, and there's another one in the woodland area that the animals have been eating from, but that's okay. Like I said, we don't mind sharing. All that back there is my property too. As you can see, I'm slowly clearing away paths. Takes a while right now. Too many ticks and too much heat to worry about that. It's our cedar tree, cigar plant, palms, and other flowers. Rest of the garden. Well, not all of the garden. And over here, that's the workshop Michael and I use. So you can see all the wood piled up for our projects. We've got a bunch of things planned. That is the strawberry patch area. And Trinity's fairy tree is in the back. Pear tree, Trinity's Junior Ranger clubhouse. Radishes and turnips. We already harvested the turnips. So just have the radishes left. And we noticed we have a tomato plant in there. The cats have been digging in the gardens and transplanting seeds. I think the birds have too. So we're finding tomato plants and flowers and all kinds of stuff popping up in places we didn't intend, but that's okay. We have some pink-eye cornet peas. It's one of our dogwoods. Wildflowers. It's meant to be all crazy like that. That's for the butterflies and the oh, we see a butterfly. Butterflies, dragonflies, and hummingbirds and such that we get on the property. This is Trinity's special garden that she wanted for herself, and it's got its own little bird bath. You can see that. There's this little garden. It's kind of overgrown right now with flowers. It's a good thing. We've got these beds here. And these things that just look like sticks, they're actually dogwood trees. We're starting them with rootstock, so it's going to take a while for them to do anything. We've got our herb bed, which is just going crazy. And we have some side plants over here, you can see, down there, which I think the daffodil and chamomile pots are about to be taken over by the pole beans. So we'll have to take care of that. And over here is a walkway. We've been working on this for a while. Oh, there's a train. Always have to have a train. We're going to eventually finish this area. I'm hopeful. Put down some more paving stones and some rocks and edging. Over here we have another homemade bird feeder. This one was growing grass the other day, and it still is, so you can see in there. That wasn't intended, but that's okay. That works. We've got a hummingbird feeder over there as well. I don't know if you can see it. We zoom in. That one gets hit pretty hard. We have lots of hummingbirds that visit the property, and we really enjoy that. Oh, and for those of you that live up north or Midwest or whatnot, that's a sago palm. We have a better one in the front yard. I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, there is our other sago palm, and as you can see, it's doing really well. Unfortunately, so are the dollar weeds that are surrounding the base of it. So we'll have to take care of that in a little bit. Just checking on the last bird feeder. See if we're growing anything in here. Looks like that one might be getting moldy. Can't really tell. We had birds over here the other day, eyeballing it. And again, property goes way back in there, and we're still working on clearing out the trails. You can see the train sort of from here if you look in the treetops. That's about it.